Hello, uncommoners, and welcome back to Uncommon Sense, the most uncommon place on the internet, the channel where we question everything and learn together. I am your host, Billy the Kid, broadcasting to you from the Wild Wild West. And today, I just kind of want to chat. So how are you guys? How have you been? I hope you're all doing well. And I know we have not had a real podcast in a while. Life's been kind of hectic here in Oregon. You know, winter and whatnot. Thus, we have not had a show recently, and it's been kind of spotty for us for the last few months. So on behalf of Butch and myself, I would like to apologize to all of our listeners, our viewers, subscribers, our uncommoners, whatever it is you guys want to be called, my peeps, my dudes, dudettes, city slickers, all y'all rednecks out there. I don't know. Now I'm just being silly. But I'm curious, since I've been gone, is there anything interesting you guys have seen, read, tripped over? Whatever the case may be. What kind of oddball news do you guys have? What kind of oddball questions do you have? It's been a crazy up and down roller coaster of 4 years. I think we all got a few more questions than we used to. So did you guys hear that Lord Jacob Rothschild died? I suppose it's about time, huh? May his soul burn in hell. I know we're not supposed to wish that kind of thing on people, but what an evil person. And the most disgusting kind of evil. The kind of evil that just flaunts around, la-di-da, smiling with his ugly face. The thing is, I think a lot of people are under the impression that, oh, well, he's dead, and what was his name, Kissinger or whatever, is dead. The Queen is dead. And I think people are under the impression that with all these bigger figureheads passing away, the New World Order won't come to fruition. That it's just going to die out. Oh, no. No, it won't. It'll still happen. Unless we actually do something. Or maybe the answer is to not do certain things anymore. I'm starting to lean more toward that. Like, what if the answer isn't what we need to do? But what if the answer is what we need to stop doing? We stop paying our government. We could start with that. Like I was thinking, what if everybody in the county just stopped? What are they going to do? We have an interesting combination of peoples that reside in this area. There's kind of a unspoken, just mind your own biscuits attitude around here. A lot of people around here are very prepared, if you know what I mean. Descendants of loggers and mountain men, natives and cowboys. So we got cowboys and Indians around here. What if we could get them to just combine together like biscuits and gravy? How about that? Cowboys and Indians take over from the Wild Wild West. Yoo-hoo! Rope 'em in, boys! You're not a man! You're a squirrel! And your mother smells of elderberries! Oh, good times. Anyway, that's my raw thoughts for the day. What if we just stop doing certain things? We've talked about anarchy on the channel. And I've talked about how I am, me personally, I am kind of a borderline anarchist. Like, if there's a constitutional anarchist, I guess that's me, because I believe in the morals and values of the original 10 amendments of the American Constitution. However, in this day and age, I have no trust or need for the government that we have. And I don't believe that no government is the answer, because people are crazy. And ultimately, given a little too much freedom, people just go wild, I think there has to be some sort of law. But then you think, there's already a law. It was already put down by nature, and nature's God, right? So what if that's the only law that we really need to follow? And that law says to treat everything with balance. So then we have to find the balance in everything, right? And that's when people just kind of go crazy. They'll just start, taking each other out over stupid stuff. And then we have problems. And we already have problems. So at this point, if we were to just go into like total anarchy and there was no government, Can you imagine how just absolutely chaotic it would be? It'd be like Chaz all over again. Only be like the whole country, right? We don't need any Chaz. No Chaz. Vote no on Chaz. Vote no on everything. You seen that meme? It's an Oregon meme, I think, but vote no. We don't need it and we can't afford it. Ain't that the truth? So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, is there a little anarchist in all of us? Or am I just off my rocker? I'm just kidding. I know I'm off my rocker. Gotta own your own crazy, Smoke your own smoke and grow your own daisies and all that. So, those of us that question all sorts of random things and get called all sorts of politically correct names just for asking a question, just for not immediately believing what I read on the caption of a picture on Facebook. Well, you're just a conspiracy theorist. Maybe I'm just a logical analyzer. And I looked at that picture and thought, no, I don't know. I don't know. It could be whatever it was that they said. But it also could be just some random camper out in the middle of Arizona desert. I don't know. I wasn't there for the picture. And I'm given one picture. And then I'm like, I don't know. What if it's not as scary as they're trying to say it is? I think it was something about, like, the whole Ukraine thing or something. I don't remember. Something to do with one of them wars that they want us to be afraid about.
I tell you this, Carol. The boys are putting up one hell of a fight.
They are indeed.
Right? So, just because I'm not willing to believe what was thrown at my face on Facebook with a cute little caption, you're just a crazy conspiracy theorist and you just do this for attention because you think it's funny. Why do we have to jump to things like that? I think it just kind of goes to show how closed-minded we've become, and I think people on all sides of the spectrum are closed-minded, and sometimes I have to call myself out, like, maybe that other person's right. Maybe they have a point. And even if I don't think they're right, can I try to see where they're coming from and why they would think that or why they would feel that way? I think sometimes we all have a bit of a block, We have our certain ways of thinking and our beliefs and our personal thoughts and experiences that we judge things off of. And we're not all going to think the same. So for them in all caps, for them to convince any of us that we all need to think the same way, what do you think the purpose of that is? And I'm asking this to everybody, not just my listeners, because my listeners, you guys know how to think. I'm very proud of you for that. But what about the others? And how do we help them think? Because there's still plenty of them that they do have sound minds in there somewhere. I know. And I have to believe that because I have people that I love and I care about that are, lost in the liberal pool of darkness. And I have to believe that I can still throw them a line. That there's still a lifeboat for those people. Titanic hasn't sunk yet. Titanic was a hoax. Okay, maybe not exactly. It wasn't exactly a hoax. I do think there's a lot of questions that need to be asked about Titanic itself. Like, I don't know. There's some weird stuff around that history. There's a rabbit hole for you guys to get into today. It's probably one of my favorites, the Titanic. And it seems like every time I go back and research the Titanic, there's some little tiny tidbit of information that I'm like, hey, that's new. I didn't know that. It's another little pin to add on my string of theories. We should take that back. I feel like that's the original string theory. All these physicists can just go find another name for their theory. So get your pins, get your strings, get your cork boards, and go do some research. Yeah. I mean, really though, it is intriguing how you start doing research on one thing and it'll lead you to something else, which leads you to something else, and it's all connected. And if you get pictures and articles and stuff like that and little pins, you'd be surprised at how many connections there really are. Back to my original raw thought for today. What if we all stopped doing certain things? Like taxes. It's kind of my favorite go-to. Nobody likes to pay taxes. And like, how would we fix that, you know? People ask that. Well, if we don't have taxes, how are we going to pay for the, to fix the roads and this and that and the blah, blah, blah. Why can't it be a voluntary thing? If you want to, you feel like you can afford it, or it's your tithe to your state or your country. Like if you feel that it is necessary for you to put forth some of your own hard-earned money toward funding a certain thing or fixing a certain thing, like why can't we basically have like a fundraiser type situation? If people want to, say, put money toward their state food stamps, they go down to the little office. I mean, that's why we have like county clerks and stuff, right? You go down to the county clerk's office and you say, ma'am, I would like to put $50 toward our state's food stamp benefits to help those that can't always afford to feed themselves as well as I do. Wonderful. She takes your $50. She writes you a fancy little receipt saying, Jim Bob donated $50 to the Oregon food stamp benefits. Here you go. And he's like, woo, I donated. Maybe he doesn't get anything back for it, but he has proof that he did donate. So then when it turns out that people aren't getting food stamps, he can be like, hey, wait a minute. I know I helped donate. Maybe it was only $50, but if I donated $50, how many other people donated $50 and more? And these people aren't getting fed. What's going on? Or you donate to your county road system. I'd like to put $100 down on Klamath County roads. Okay, cool. Here's your receipt. Hey, why aren't our roads getting fixed in the entire county, not just the city of Klamath Falls? Really annoys me. They act like the city of Klamath Falls is the county. No, there's a lot more people and towns in this county. So when your roads in your county aren't getting fixed, then you can go to your commissioners and say, hey, commissioners, mayor, where's the money gone that we all donated? And maybe there's a running tally in the newspaper. That'd be great. This is how much money was donated to Klamath County for the fixing of roads this month. This is really kind of, basic kindergarten stuff. Show your work. Show your proof. So when the roads aren't getting fixed, we can be like, hey, what's going on? Oh, you're not going to fix the roads? Well, where's our money? Oh, well, we don't have the money. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. You better find the money. Well, we spent it. That's a bigger problem. Because we gave you the money, and we have our receipts. Maybe we should be more business savvy. I suppose another reason why everyone should work retail. So you understand how this works. So what if we did get rid of the IRS and stopped paying taxes? Well, how do we pay for everything? How do we fix stuff? Go donate. I don't see what's so wrong with that. Why couldn't we have a donation system? Someone, please, tell me why. Why could that not work? I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments below. Do you think that would work? Why or why not? And I really want to know from those that think it wouldn't work. Why couldn't that work? How is donating the money really that much different from paying taxes, except that you're not forced to do it? It's no longer obligatory. We take away the obligation of having to pay your taxes to a government that doesn't do anything good with your taxes. Oh, it's to pay their salaries. Yeah, well, when this whole shindig first started, senators, commissioners, all those people that worked in government, the representatives, they didn't get salaries. They worked everyday blah, blah, blah jobs like the rest of us. Oh, well, we need our departments and we need this and we need that. So again, donations. Why can't we do it in a donation form? People want their towns to look nice. They want them to run well. They want to have their police stations in working order and so on and so forth. People are willing to give to that if they can receive what they're asking for, what they're paying for. So, what's the problem? I think it's funny, that thing I said earlier, constitutional anarchist. Maybe we should make that a thing. I don't like labels. But, we tend to label anything and everything anyway. It's just what people do. We have to have names for things and terms for things and ways to easily describe things. So why not? I don't fit in any other socially correct, politically correct box. Of course, I kind of like that, the whole non-conformity thing. I never wanted to be like anybody else. I just wanted to be okay with being me, And you know what? I am okay with being me. You don't have to like it. You can change the channel. But I think for someone that is very stuck in their ways, I'm also very open-minded to the ways that other people are stuck in. I understand that everyone has their differences and their ways, their vices, and so on and so forth. There's nothing wrong with that. And if I expect someone to have understanding and respect for the ways of which I am stuck in, then I ought to respect that of other people, right? It sounds so simple when you say it, like, treat others as you want to be treated. And I think we make it more difficult than it really should be. So with that, I think I'll wrap it up for today. Thank you for tuning in to Uncommon Sense. I wish you all a golden day, night, evening, afternoon, top of the morning, whatever it might be when you're listening to this. I hope it's golden, okay? As always, don't believe the nonsense. Stay uncommon. I have been your host, Billy the Kid, broadcasting from the Wild Wild West. Signing out.